is the perfect day for a life reset. They just suck. Like, when will I learn? Happy New Year! Happy New Year, friends! It's 2024 and I, for one, am ready to get my butt back into action. Let me just adjust you here for a second so I can sprawl comfortably. For those of you who are new, my name's Amy Rebecca and this channel is all about personal development, intentional living and dream chasing. I'm a very average girl living a very average life, but I'm trying to like level up, become the best version of myself, chase after my dreams and just live life to the fullest. And I'm sharing what that actually looks like, the highs, the lows, everything in between. So welcome. The universe really said, girl, get your butt into action, because it is a new week, a new month and a new year all in one. So it is the perfect day for a life reset. And I personally feel like I need one. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas. I love the chaos of it all because I turn off my alarm, I'm eating chocolate for breakfast, I'm sometimes not getting out of my pajamas until 2 p.m. and then putting them back on at 5. Is it Monday? Is it Wednesday? Nobody knows. And I love that about the festive period. But by the time New Year's hits, I've started to go a little bit insane. The lack of structure is really exciting and enjoyable for the first few days, but after a while, all the days start to blend into one. I start to feel like a potato just lolling around the place, and I'm like, girl, I need my routine back. So this first week is going to be all about kind of setting myself up for the new year. I don't make New Year's resolutions. It's not really my thing, but I do love a reset in January. I love to go through, reset my budget. I love to do a little bit of deep clean. I like to get rid of the thousands of cardboard boxes that have appeared everywhere. Part of me really wants to do a little bit of an organize of my room. It is not looking great. It still has that festive disarray about it. I have bread proving also. I decided I was gonna bake a loaf of bread today. So yeah, let's just get into it and see what unfolds, I guess. Bread is in the oven. Amy is hanging on to her sanity by a thread. That took forever, and I made the really ridiculous decision of not stopping for lunch, and then I got so overwhelmingly hungry that I broke into the leftover Christmas chocolate and ate half a Terry's chocolate orange, and now I feel really nauseous. Like, when will I learn? Just eat. Just eat. But at least things are a little bit more organized here. I didn't get out for a walk, which I'm really disappointed about because the rain has briefly paused and I'm convinced it's going to be back tomorrow. But as I was about to like take a break and go for a walk, mind you, no break for food, but break for walk, yeah, make it make sense, I don't know. But as I was about to take a break to go for a walk, my website crashed and I've been like on live chat with support ever since, and that's been like 2 hours almost, and I didn't want to walk away and leave it unfixed. I really don't know what the situation is with this. It's just not loading. So they're running some kind of scan. And then they said, once the scan report is finished, you can access the scan report, remove the infected code from the infected files, and then reinitiate the scan. I love that you think that I know what any of that means. I hope it's easy to fix because it may as well be in French. Like, the fact that I have a website and have been able to maintain it up until this point is a miracle in itself. But if it's broken, I don't know how to fix it. I'm not here for it mentally. I'm not. I don't know what's up with me at the moment, because at the beginning of the week I was feeling so excited, so motivated, so ready to get back into a routine. I had all these things that I wanted to get done, and I still do want to get those things done. But actually doing that feels like trying to pull myself out of quicksand. The sense of just lethargy. See, my brain is not working. I'm operating at about 30% at this current time and have been for most of the week. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to assume it's the darkness. Just the dark, the grey, the cold. Waking up in the morning to go to the gym, it's pitch black. Coming back from the gym, it's pitch black. Right now, it's a kind of light grey, and within the next hour it's going to be back to pitch black. I don't know. Is the answer another coffee? 2:15. I'm trying this new thing where I don't have coffee after like 2 o'clock because I want to be able to sleep well, but I just feel so bleh. Okay, we're gonna hydrate. Maybe my brain is dehydrated. I haven't had a lot of water today, so I'm gonna hydrate, and I'm going to map out my month. Maybe writing myself some little to-do lists, mapping out what I'm doing for the month. Maybe that will make me feel a little bit better. I doubt it, but like, it's worth a go. You know what? I don't think I've ever showed you guys my planner. So before we descend into complete and total darkness, let me just show you. So this is the planner that I've been using since 2022, and it works perfectly for me because I designed it. Tell me that you are a control freak without telling me you're a control freak, because I shopped around. I have tried so many different planners and I just never found one that had like everything that I needed, so I just made my own. For me, this is ideal because it doesn't just have like monthly, weekly planner stuff in it. It also has all of my worksheets for my This Time Next Year challenge. If you guys don't know what that is, basically testing. Basically, the This Time Next Year challenge is something I started doing back in 2020 to help me stay on track with my goals and keep changing my life in positive ways. It's worked wonders for me. I have a whole separate video on it. I'll link it down below. But yeah, I've basically combined a regular planner with all of the things I was using for my This Time Next Year challenge. So all of those worksheets to help me set goals, decide like what I'm working towards, the things that I'm doing every day to like keep me accountable. I have a mood tracker, I have monthly highlights, I have a life audit worksheet, I have the books that I've read. So basically I can keep everything that I value, everything that I feel like is connected to me trying to like get my life together and organized and improve it. It's all in one place, and that just works for me. But then the planner section is totally undated, so I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. So you can just fill in the blanks. You don't have to start it in January, because that's one thing I always found really annoying, is that either you start in January with a planner or you start in September. What if I want to start my planner in June? So yeah, and it's got like space for budget, reading, your focus of the month, to-do list. It's got a monthly affirmation, which is different every month. And then for the weekly planner element, there's space to plan out everything for the week, as well as habit trackers, notes. You can make note of how much you're drinking. I am not drinking enough. she says, grabbing the water bottle. And yeah, I like it. I feel like it's got everything that I need. And I know this is probably a little bit large for some of you. I was a teacher for years, so desk planner is just, it just sits well in my soul. But I do have a smaller version as well, and I sell them on Amazon, so I'll link them down below if you're looking for a new planner for 2024. Maybe you want to buy this one. But okay, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I have everything mapped out for the month. I actually realized I don't have that many plans. I've got a lot planned for February, so I put all of that in as well, and I feel like it's cleared up some cognitive space, because I don't know about you, but when I'm constantly trying to remember like my to-do list, what I've got going on, like people's birthdays, what events are coming up, even if I'm not actively thinking about it, it's still taking up space. So I made a little bit of mental space by writing all of that down, and I do feel a little bit better. I feel a little bit more organized. I know exactly what I have to do tomorrow. I haven't been using a to-do list this week. Who do I think I am, Wonder Woman, that I can just sit down at work and just perform a series of tasks with no list? Look, I'm sure there are some people out there who can do that, but I am not one of them. But I know exactly what I need to get done, and I think that has given me a sense of grounding. It literally does not matter what room of the house I am in. The tripod is never in the same room as I am. Where am I gonna put you? Welcome to your new makeshift Jenga style tripod made of boxes and Tupperware. It would have been easier to just go downstairs and find the tripod. This week has been a real tale of two halves, let me tell you. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I was on my way to the gym in the morning. I was, you know, trying to pump myself up for life. I go to the gym very early now. I know it's like a whole revelation in my life. I don't know what happened to me, but I wake up in the morning, first thing, I go to the gym. It's dark outside, it is freezing cold. I've got the heaters on blast because there's condensation in the car and I'm trying to like warm myself up. I get about halfway to the gym, I approach a roundabout, I change gear, and then I'm like, it's really weird that my left foot is significantly colder than my right foot. And then I put my foot down again on the clutch and I hear this audible like squelch. The footwell of my car is flooded again. This happened to me earlier on in the summer, but on the passenger side, and it was truly a nightmare. And I mean, I just wonder, when is it gonna end? When is the spending money on my car consistently over and over again in large quantities, when is that gonna end? I was really bummed about that. That sucked. But then this morning I had a little bit of a turnaround. I had some good news, not about my car, that is still like a little swamp, but I had an email from like a formal dress company. They offered to do a gifted collab with me. Now usually I outright refuse to do gifted collabs because, well, for a number of reasons. But this time I did actually accept. Oh, my battery died. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this time I actually did accept because it's something that I really actually kind of need at this moment. Because remember a few months ago I said that I had signed up for a beauty pageant, like on a whim, just thinking, wouldn't that be fun? I'd really like to give that a go, but also not thinking that I would actually get through to the final. And then I did, and now I am. And I have to go there in March and walk on a stage in like a ball gown, but I don't have any ball gowns. Actually, that is not true. I do, in fact, own a ball gown, but I don't think it's not pageant appropriate. I guess maybe it is. Anyway, whatever. So this company wanted me to like do an unboxing with some formal dresses. Guess what? I'm in need of some formal dresses. I don't know if you've ever looked up how expensive like pageant clothes are. Really freaking expensive. Really freaking expensive. So hopefully when these dresses come back, they'll be like super good quality and they'll fit well and they'll work, so that I don't have to go and fork out a whole other bunch more hundreds of pounds for pageant clothes. Also, now is like the ideal time to shout out my pageant sponsor, Phoenix Talk Therapy. Every time I get to shout out my pageant sponsor, I just feel like this warm glow inside, because I signed up for this beauty pageant as someone who, like, you guys know me, I'm no beauty queen. I am a hot mess. I am uncoordinated. I'm, you know, Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. Not many people would want to sponsor a girl who has no pageant experience and like falls over her own feet. I get it. I'm not very sponsorable. And so I was talking about it on TikTok Live one day, and I got a message from the just incredible Tina, who owns Phoenix Talk Therapy, and she was like, I really love this message that you're going out there and just, you know, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and just doing something for the sheer joy of it and trying something new, and I want to sponsor you. So I'm going to link the Instagram for Phoenix Talk Therapy down below. Please just go show some love. So here we are now. It is Saturday afternoon. I've been for a little walk. I spent most of the day working. Ew, gross. It's Saturday. Try and make myself a little bit more presentable, and then my mom and I are gonna go out and grab something to eat. First, I gotta get myself dressed. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so proud of myself because I just ran 5k without stopping. Finally! Finally! Oh my gosh, I felt like that was the largest hurdle that I've ever climbed. I have run 5k once before. It was back in, I don't know if it was 2021 or 2022, but it was like a little while back. And I did the couch to 5k. It took longer than expected because I got COVID and that was a little bit of a setback. But genuinely it was so hard, so challenging, because I'm not a natural runner. I genuinely believe to my core, and no one can tell me any different, that there are 3 types of people in this world. There are people who are natural runners. My dad is one of these people. Natural runners can just, with no training, they're gone. Then there are just average people. These people are not naturally great at running, but with practice and training, they'll get there and it'll be fine for them. Then there's this third group of people who just suck. They just suck, and it doesn't matter how long they train for, it doesn't matter, you know, how hard they try, they just suck. And that's me. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, woe is me. I'm just very aware of my limitations. When I ran that first 5k, it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But I did it and I said, wow, I love this. I'm going to just keep running. And then I moved to Vietnam and I had to stop because of the pollution and the lack of pavements and all like the poultry in the street, like a lot of chickens everywhere. It's just not very conducive to running. So I stopped, and then in the summer, I started running again. I documented all of this, by the way. I'll link these videos down below. However, I started running with the view to be able to run 5k without stopping in June, and it's now January, and it's literally taken me this long to achieve that goal. Because I suck at running, and that's okay, because I enjoy it. I do it for the love of it. I do it because it is hard, and it's a kind of hard that I enjoy. The first time I ran 5k, I think my time was something like 46, maybe even 48 minutes. But today it took me 40 minutes and 33 seconds, which I am fully aware in the grand scheme of running is still considered very slow. But that's a whole like 8 minutes or something, or 7, I don't remember exactly, but it's a lot of my time, and I'm really proud of that. So I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I think I'm just gonna have a pretty chilled evening, and I might do a little at-home facial for myself later because I got some new skincare stuff for Christmas. But I think that'll be a really nice way to kind of round off the week, you know? Well, I'm greased up like a little pig and ready for bed. I am getting the worst breakouts at the moment, and I don't know if it's because of all the cheese I ate at Christmas time, knowing full well that I'm not supposed to eat cheese because it breaks me out, or if it's this moisturizer that I started using. But I started using that back in November, and I'm sure the purge time for new active ingredients is like, oh, I guess 8 weeks. Yeah, that would make sense. Giving bubonic plague vibes. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog right here because look at me, I'm all cozy. I'm ready for bed. Remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.